Now, the expression, police is your friend, seems to have become an ordinary cliche for a lot of Nigerians, owing to the worsening love-hate relationship between them and members of law enforcement. Critically, this perception has not been helped by developments in recent years, including the end-SARS protest that took place in Lagos and Abuja and across the country 5 years ago in 2020. Critically, hundreds of innocent lives were lost during these protests. For a bit more on this, we're now being joined on the morning show by Isaiah Davies Ijele, who is convener of Police Integrity Movement, which is an independent group of stakeholders who are determined to seize all platforms to highlight the positive deeds of good cops within the ranks of the Nigerian police while exposing the bad ones. Good morning and welcome to the morning show, Isaiah.
Good morning, Adeso, and good morning, Mr. Steve. Thank you for having me this morning.
Well, thanks for joining us. Now, let's go straight into this. Police is your friend. For some Nigerians, this is not their experience of the Nigerian police. I want to ask what motivated you to start this group of Police Integrity Movement, and what are some of the good things that you'd like to highlight before we get into the critical issues of problems in the Nigerian police force?
Okay, thank you once again. You see, police is your friend is a slogan that all Nigerians known over the years. And police have been, critically involved in our activities on day-to-day basis. We cannot do without the police. These are people who protect us, protect our activities, protect our home, protect our offices, protect everything that have to do with us. But you see, the Police Integrity Movement is aimed at promoting and upholding the integrity of the police, upholding their accountability, all the good works of the police. Because, you see, the system, sorry to say it, the Nigeria system by the so-called activists, through their activism, have been promoting the negativity, the bad blood. They have promoted evil among the police, the bad characters, the bad blood, and overshadow the good work of the police. So, you see, whatsoever you keep promoting, you keep talking.
The bad? Sorry?
Yes, I'm blaming them because they have never for once promoting the good ones.
Okay.
They have never for once promoted, and whatsoever you constantly, says on air, whatsoever you put on the platform, see, the world today is a digital world. When you keep promoting negativity, you are making it a legality for others to follow the suit.
I want to come in here.
Once you come online,
can I come in here?
Yes.
Thank you. I want to come in here because very importantly, I have to ask questions about this. When we had the end-SARS movement 5 years ago, part of what the end-SARS protesters were saying was that police welfare needed to be improved, that the welfare of the lowest ranking members of the police force, that their welfare needed to be improved. However, they were also fighting for their lives. As we said in our intro, people died, and people have died at the hands of Nigerian police. We have seen videos recently of police brutalizing people, whether it is because they're wearing wearing glasses that can record them, or whether it's because they're standing on the streets. People have been picked up the streets by police members, and in what you can only describe as express kidnapping. If you come on air and discuss what is going on in your life, in your polity, in your reality, is that promoting the bad ones, or is that just simply talking about the reality on ground?
Now let me put this to you. Have you seen the recent video also that a young man was accusing and harassing a police officer that was on the road conducting search? Have you seen that? That is an abuse of privilege. That is an abuse of privilege. See, let me tell you this. Yes, I was part of the answers. I believe that there are so many errors in the police. And from time to time, we'll be having different IG that have been, in the affairs of the police. And right now, we have the person of Ogweteku. I don't see people promoting the good work of this man. And even the previous one, some of the atrocities that committed by the previous IGs, Nobody is talking about it. You cannot use one person to measure the character of one person and equate it to all the police or Nigerian police. We should be able to promote the good ones. We should be able to tell Nigeria that, look, this is what the police are currently doing. Let me shock you this. Are you aware that the police have now been digitalized the insurance by the current IGP, the person of Ogweteku? But when people like Sowore come online to mislead Nigeria youth, they don't speak about it. And they have also forgotten that the president is, the office of the IG is a presidential prerogative. The president has the capacity and ability to appoint whoever he wants, according to part 3 of section 6 of the 2020 Electoral Act. Right, we should speak to the fact.
Isaiah,
you see, okay.
Can I come in, please? Yeah, I understand your passion, and I also appreciate, the job that the police, the Nigerian police is doing. I know that there are good police, in Nigeria, but of course, you know how news works. The bad ones you really can't ignore because it affects life. But then a lot of Nigerians will be worried about the intention of this your movement, the police integrity movement. How connected to the first PRO is this movement? Is it being funded by the Inspector General of Police, Egbetokun, that you have mentioned at least 3 or 4 times today? What really is the essence of this police integrity movement? Because not a number of Nigerians will attach integrity to many of those who today and the Nigerian police.
It is because of the negativity, the bad blood that is being sold out to them. It is because we are not telling Nigerians with the good work of the police. You spoke about a connection to PRO of the Nigerian police. I'm not a PRO of Nigerian police, and nobody is funding me. Mr. Steve, you've been interviewing me on this platform several times. I come on the show. I'm a citizen. I'm a Nigerian citizen. I'm a concerned citizen that last year I stood up to campaign and led the protest to INEC. We're talking about the fundamental. Who funded it? Nobody. So if I'm here today, nobody funded me. I have no connection to the Nigerian police to come for this show. But look, when I saw what Sowore and his cohort were doing, I said, no, somebody must rise up to speak the truth to these guys. Because these are the people that have been selling from each government to government. These guys have been selling all kinds of bad blood to the social media. And he has one of the biggest platforms, a Sahara Reporter, selling negativity. Let me tell you this. We are talking about IG Ogbeteku today.
Thank you very much. Because it's very interesting that you brought up Sowore, because he was out there on the streets when I believe you're possibly referring to the issue when his glasses got snatched off, allegedly by a member of the Nigerian Police Force. But he was there because he was protesting for members of the Nigerian Police Force because of their pensions. So I want to ask you now, if your passion is because you love the Nigerian police so much, why aren't you focused on their lifestyle or their livelihoods rather? There was a report last year that said 90% of police barracks are dilapidated. Why aren't you focused on getting better welfare for Nigerian police? Why aren't you focused on getting better pensions for the Nigerian police? Why aren't you focused on getting better pay for the Nigerian police? Why aren't you focused on getting better education for the children of the Nigerian police, who a lot of them, because of how little they earn, their children's education can be quite poor? I've been a lot around barracks my whole life, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. If you care so much about the Nigerian police, why are you not advocating for them?
Activism is not a platform to insult people. You don't insult people, go into their private life. You know this. You've been interviewing me on this. I am one of the critics of Kogi State government. The puppet and the puppeteer, Ododo, and his boss, Bello. I challenge you to prove me wrong anywhere you have ever seen me insulting them personally or go into their personal affairs. Not just coming on air in the name of a protest. See, let me challenge you again. What is the offense of Peter Obi that the same Sowore has been insulting and criticizing all about? Is Peter Obi in police? Is he in government? What is the offense of that man? Do you know? You see, let's go to the fundamentals of our problem. We have INEC as our problem. And let me tell you this. You asked a question about the welfare of the police. Are you aware that the former IGP, I have done my research. Since this issue of police started up and down, showing going everywhere, I started my research and I find out that Alkali, the former IG, Usman Baba Alkali, has committed a lot of atrocity in the police. We are not talking about it. I challenge IG, the current IG Ogbeteku, to investigate Alkali, and you will see something. I am telling you that as a journalist, go to police procurement department and see to it that every single procurement order Alkali was done either by his cronies, his family, or his friend, down to tissue paper. Who is talking about it? If you are talking about the corruption, if you are talking about the dilapidated building of Nigeria Police, who are in charge of this thing before now? You are talking about a man that have, well, let me shock you there. I spoke earlier about the pension scheme of the police. Are you aware that there is not a digital platform? And the day this current IG Ogbeteku launched it, he gave a check to 7 or 6 family members to be able to solve their problem. Now there is a platform that you can go as a family of a deceased or serving officer to lay your complaint, to put in all your details and go for the pension. Who introduced such digital platform? Is IG Ogbeteku, who have also empowered the community policing. It is the same IG Ogbeteku, and those are the major. See, listen to this. Our problem cannot be solved one day.
All right.
Thank you very, very much. And I'm really happy that you brought up police and looking into where they're spending money, because the motion was moved in the House of Representatives about that, but it was also for some of the spending made under the IG Ogbeteku. But thank you so much for joining us today.